Buonasera. Welcome. This is Donna DePonio, Wines for Humanity, Wine Advisor, where we educate you about the joy of fine wines and raise funds for your favorite charity. So it is Wine Down Wednesday, and we're here to feature one of our new Italian wines that we just got back in. It's the Barbera D'Asti, and it comes from the Piedmont region in Italy, where you see my background. That's what it is. Got my pizza hat on, or my pasta hat on. So anyways, as we describe this wine, I always do it with the 5 S's of wine tasting. And so we're going to do that again with this wine. So the first S is sight. So we look at the wine to see if it's young or old. And this is a red wine, so it's kind of got a dark purplish color with some ruby hues in it. So it's more purple than red, meaning that it's going to be younger, and it is younger. It's a 2016, which is young for red wine. Our next S is swirl. So we swirl the wine to let the aromas out. And there's these legs coming down the sides of the glass referred to as legs. So they are sticky to the sides, and they're slowly making their way down to the bottom, meaning this is a heavier bodied wine. Third S is sniff. I'm going to sniff the wine. And I'm getting raspberries, some black cherries, a hint of strawberries. When you smell and taste red wines, you're looking more for berry flavors and spices. So it's got a lot of the berry flavors in it. My favorite S is sip, where we take 3 sips. The first sip conditions your palate to the flavor of the wine. The second sip invites you to a fuller appreciation of the flavor. And the third sip is now you've established a relationship with the wine and you either like it or not. It's like the 3-year-old date. The guy or gal is in or out by the 3rd date. Same with the wine. Roll it around your tongue to get the best taste sensation. It is not a sweet wine. It's a dry wine, but it's fruity. I'm getting the black cherries for sure. Just a little bit of the strawberry, mostly the black cherries. Okay, my second favorite S is savor, where we meditate on what we've been experiencing in the wine. So for example, what kind of a finish does it have? Meaning how long does the flavor linger on your palate? It's got about a medium finish, not too short, doesn't stop on the palate, and it's not really long, it's a medium finish. So let's talk a little bit more about this wine. This wine, as I mentioned earlier, comes from the Piedmont region in Italy. Just a little wine trivia for you. Barbera is the 3rd most widely planted grape in Italy. Can you guess what the first grape is, the most widely planted grape in Italy? It's Sangiovese, which Wines for Humanity has a wonderful one. And the second most widely planted grape is Montepulciano, another favorite Italian red. So anyways, let's talk about food pairings, because that's my favorite part. So with this wine, it's got a lot of acidity in it, so any tomato-based dish would work. So we're talking spaghetti and meatballs, lasagna. If you were going to do a pizza with the tomato sauce, I'd make it a meat lover's pizza or pizza with sausage, because this is a heavier bodied wine, so it does need those heartier entrees. Not a good pairing with this wine would be fish, because this would the wine would overpower the flavor of the fish. Another thing about this wine that you do want to know is it has a DOCG designation, which is the highest designation on a wine in Italy, which means it is super duper high quality, and you can cellar this wine for 5 to 15 years. But you don't want to, because it tastes so good. So anyways, if you want to learn more about this wine and you want to taste it because it's delicious, then host a wine tasting. We are back to doing wine tastings. We have safety protocol in place to keep everybody safe. So we'll travel around the world. We taste 7 different wines. And then at the end, 9 to 12.5% goes to a charity of your choice. Now, if you're a little bit leery about hosting one, the weather is perfect for doing it outside. So you can host outside, which I've done a lot this summer. Or we do have our Sit, Sip, and Savor virtual wine tasting. So there's lots of options for you. So let me tell you one other thing I forgot. Oh my goodness, this is the best part. Anton, our CEO, gives you a choice of 2 host gifts just as a thank you for hosting. And one of them, oh my God, this is such a big, look at this, a Magnum bottle of Prosecco. That's the equivalent of 2.5 bottles of wine. Or you can also choose either the Prosecco, or you can choose a beautiful wine heart decanter with 2 crystal wine glasses. I would show it to you, but I've got this background going on and it doesn't show up very well. But just imagine, just a beautiful shaped with a little heart in the middle, wine decanter, very artsy looking with 2 crystal wine glasses. So just give me a call, 248-231-0139, or you can email me, vinodeponio@gmail.com, or just Facebook message me. So thanks for listening, and I will see you next Wednesday.